We're echoing, like the shadows look like a prison. And then look how clever they are.
Since I left the town of Tristram behind me, beneath the cold earth.
And there it is, the prison, see? He is stuck in that prison. I've tried to forget. We're continuing our cinematic series with Diablo II Opening. This video was chosen by our Dragoon Tier Member Tranquil. If you want to choose a video for me to react to, click that join button, become a Dragoon. Let's do it. Blizzard Entertainment, we're very familiar with their work after Warcraft. I love the music right away. These chimes, very charming. Oh wow. Very charming. I'm gonna lower this a little bit on this end. Okay. Yeah. Very charming. I like the lighting as well. Well, let me go back a little bit. Yeah. So I love the detail work here. Look at the rain coming down. It's just mise en scène, setting the mood. I love the shadows created. The shadows carved out from the lantern. Oh yeah, this is just
Since I left the town of Tristram behind me.
It's just mood.
Since then I've tried to forget the terrors I beheld beneath the cold earth. And the twisted nightmares that have haunted my every waking moment.
It's like a crystal.
There's something dark within me now. I can feel it, driving me towards the east.
Great music at the harpsichord.
My salvation lies within the ruins of ancient kingdoms. Though I know the way, I know
Whoa.
not what perils will arise to hinder my journey.
I love that we hear about the journey, we see the landscape.
I know that the better part of my soul will remain behind.
Wow. Cool. That was a good reveal. Good character reveal. Yeah. This feels like Bloodborne. This is awesome. There's this crystal. So, I'm going to assume this crystal is like an in-game item that you can get. Diablo 2. Wow, that was really cool. So, I actually quite like, we talked about this with Warcraft. I think it was Warcraft 2 Opening. What I really like about this is, they're not, because of the time that this was released, there's a lot of limitations, right? Isn't it? A lot of limitations. So what they didn't do is try to kind of like punch above their weight. What they did is, let's focus on detail work. Let's focus on environmental stuff. Let's focus on like the shadow of the lantern. And look what happens. You end up getting this just like really nice cinematic stuff happening. Okay, let's focus on shape. Let's focus on form. Perilous. Look how they've cut the frame in half here. Like most of the frame, in fact, is just like danger. And then on this side, you have these little, these guys are over here. Very, very tight edge of the cliff. I love it. And the colors, man, it's just completely drained of life, the image, which I love for Diablo, of course. Suits the mood, and you just have the lanterns, like, barely keeping them alive, right? If the light goes out, they're going to fall off the cliff. And then, like I said, focusing on the lanterns. But what I like about it is, we're playing with this, right? And what it feels like is, it feels like a cage. It feels like prison, right? Because the lantern is making these really beautiful shadows, geometric shadows. But it ends up being a really beautiful image on its own. Right? Like I said, they're not focusing on, like, amazing emotional performances of a human body, which are so hard to create back then. No. Let's create mood. Really smart.
Many moons have passed since
It's actually really sophisticated lighting for the time, by the way. It's 1998.
The town of Tristram behind me.
Yeah. Nice character reveal, too, on this nice long shot.
Many moons have passed since I left the town of Tristram behind me.
Narration.
Since then, I've tried to forget the terrors I beheld beneath the cold earth.
Awesome. Right? It's like super simple, right to the point. He's trying to forget the terrors, like he's in prison. And look at this, guys. Look at this. Sort of echo the visual language. What did I just say about the torch? About the lamp? It's creating what looks like a prison. And then look at that. Right? So let me go back now. See? This is really cool. So we're echoing, like the shadows look like a prison. Okay? And then look how clever they are.
Since I left the town of Tristram behind me. Since then I've tried to forget the terrors I beheld beneath the cold earth.
And there it is, the prison, see?
And the twisted
He is stuck in that prison. I've tried to forget. Right? I've tried to forget this image. And there it is. Like he's stuck in this inside his mind. It's really, really cool. And like I said, in this sort of rudimentary stages of CG and you know, advanced storytelling. Really smart choice, right?
And the twisted nightmares that have haunted my every waking moment. There's something dark within me now. I can feel it, driving me towards the east.
Awesome.
Assuring me that my salvation lies within the ruins of ancient kingdoms. Though I know the way, I know not what perils will arise to hinder my journey.
I like how it's also like, it's implying that maybe we can't trust this thing that's inside him. Is it a voice? Is it a you know, sort of impulse? It's a really cool idea. It's like, should I go there? Or is that like an evil voice that's telling me to do that, you know?
And as I pass through the first gate...
Yeah. Again, I'm impressed with the lighting, man. This shot, okay, let's get the silhouettes of the diffused lighting coming through the skin of the wings as they cross over the sun.
I know that the better part of my soul...
It's a great shot. It's a great shot. But again, like, notice they chose a shot here that, because it's a silhouette, doesn't allow for you to scrutinize the details of it, which is really smart. Yeah. Working with what you got.
Part of my soul will remain behind.
And then the character reveal. The music. Ready?
I know that the better part of my soul
Like, we haven't seen this guy yet.
behind.
The music. And then this reveal. And it's like, oh, man, he doesn't look much better than the guy we saw in the prison underground in his memory. Right? It's a cool reveal. I like it.
Forever.
I like it a lot. Yeah. It's awesome. And then the better part of my soul will remain behind. He's now dropped this crystal. Lore Master's gonna have to fill me in a little bit, but I really like it. Yeah. I really like what I'm seeing here. Diablo 2. Awesome. Let me catch up on chat, but fantastic work. Yeah. Fantastic work. Oh, and I missed somebody in chat talking about it. How do you become a Dragoon? Yeah, Marcus. Absolutely. Absolutely. Click the join button, as Aaliyah said, and you can select the Dragoon tier, and it lists all the benefits in each tier. If you're not comfortable doing Dragoon yet, you want to try it out and become a warrior, you can do that as well. But that's the best way to do it. Thank you. And Lore Masters. Yeah. That's awesome. Blitz cinematics were amazing. Yeah, I'm very impressed with it. I'm very impressed with it. I believe the person speaking is the warrior from the first game. That's so cool. So I wonder is he a villain in the game, or do you play as this guy? Probably took him weeks to render those shadows. Oh, yes, absolutely weeks. Yeah. No joke. It's that crazy. And that's why I'm impressed with it. Like, you know, the sort of planning with this level of CG as well, kind of, and the cost probably didn't allow them to do it like 90 times. They really had to storyboard it out and figure out the lighting. But I guess the most impressive thing about it is the choices and extreme limitation that allowed them to create this like amazing vibe. The fact that we could even say, ooh, it's got Bloodborne vibes and stuff. And 98, that's incredible. Okay, we got some lore here. The soul stones are prisons for the evils, basically primordial immortal demons. Okay, so him leaving behind this soul stone, what does that mean for the character? Leaving behind the worst part of himself, possibly. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. Shout out to Tranquil, our Dragoon member. I don't know if Tranquil's in chat. I can't remember. Some of you guys have different names on YouTube versus Discord. So let me know if Tranquil is here. But I loved it. And Tranquil, if you pop in later, feel free to either comment on this video if you want to tell me why you chose it or anything you want me to notice. And feel free to, even if you come in later in the stream and you're watching back the VOD, to just pop in chat and let me know. But yes, let's move on. Absolutely great. I really like that one. Okay, let's go over here. Back to the Philidari list. Yes, the Dragoons. And this next one is by Honeycut. The Black Temple. And Honeycut is here.